And of course, let's do that in our network. And so we're here to not only celebrate her, but of course, now the app is out. So I want you to give your introduction, and then we'll go have our conversation, okay?
All right, thank you. First, thank you so much for being here, everyone. I am Nicole. I'm the founder and CEO of Barter, which is a bartering platform for Black entrepreneurs to exchange goods and services with each other. And I was just having a conversation with the beautiful gentleman over here that I actually started building Barter Black in 2020, but we didn't actually launch until 2022. And it's interesting that we're in 2026 and most of you are just learning about us. So I appreciate the evolution of Barter Black, and I thank you for being here.
And then a really quick story, y'all. I met Nicole randomly through LinkedIn. Somewhere it came on my feed. And I had a platform at the time. I was like, hey, do you want to help me? So essentially we met through bartering. And I'm very big on bartering. So I want to know, before you even started the platform, like, how did you see this gap of people not being able to help each other? Like, where did that come from?
So I just mentioned 2020. We all know what happened in 2020, right?
Yeah.
So before Barter Black, I had a short-term property management business in the DC area where we cleaned and managed Airbnb properties. Of course, pandemic hit, things shut down. I had no business. I was very devastated because this business was running for about 4 years. It was very successful. It was my livelihood. But when that happened, I didn't just see myself struggling. I saw how other Black entrepreneurs were struggling. And fortunately, but unfortunately, we have so many communities, but I didn't see any communities that were saying, we need to work together. You have this expertise, she has this expertise, he has this expertise, let's come together and actually build together. So that's where the idea for Barter Black came from. And before I even said the name Barter Black, I filed a trademark, which I'm so glad that I did, because if anyone has been following me recently, they would know that I went through some trademark infringement recently that was very stressful, but we're getting through it. We're still in the midst of it all, but we're still getting through it. But so if you believe in your brand, and there's actually an attorney on our platform, and she said, file your trademark when you're married to the brand. So if you're married to the brand, file that trademark and make sure that you are securing the bag and make sure that you're protecting your business, because it is your baby.
That is real. Okay. I'm curious. So as you were building this, or I'm actually telling you my story, as I was building my own company brand, though, I was trying to barter with people, right? Anybody else tried to barter before? Did anybody else get let down? Doing that barter? Ooh, okay. So this is the solution for that. But I guess as you was going through the process, did you have your own experiences of bartering before that you were like, yeah, I need to make sure this platform can do this, do that, so that we don't go through those issues before, like go later?
So interesting enough, I would say that I did not. I think one of the things that we in this room fail to realize is that we barter a lot, even if we're not saying that we're bartering. So I think that that's displaced what I was in. But I would say I started in 2020, we didn't launch till 2022. That was me doing my research on what we need and what we didn't need and where we could fill that gap to make sure that it was a platform that would actually help us grow.
So with that being said, so you started off, did your research, you're like, I need this platform. What is something that you realize? Because like you say, we do it, but we don't even know that we're doing it. Why is that? Like, do you think there is something somebody's not telling us? You think that we think people get a bad rep because people are like, how did you really get that brand? Did you really get that brand? Or did you just do it? Like, what do you think?
I think there are a lot of things. I think one, we start off, we are helping people. We like to help. So we're going to say, yes, I'll help you. Then I would say also, we weren't taught to actually work together. Most of us are probably solopreneurs or working in our businesses alone. I feel like one of the missing gaps in the industry, especially around Black entrepreneurship, is that we're teaching everyone how to do everything instead of saying hire the expert. And unfortunately, we can't hire the expert because we don't have the consistent revenue to actually hire the expert. So that's where bartering comes in, but that's where, so even though we launched in 2022, and I'm a queen of pivot, I will relaunch and relaunch and relaunch over and over again. So I launched in 2022, but we pivoted and relaunched in 2024 the barter bus. So that makes it easier to actually barter. I don't know if we're going to get into that or if we're going to. Okay, so when we first launched, it was a direct exchange platform. So you and I come together and barter at the same time for the same value. One of the things that I'm huge on, and if anybody's been in cohorts, I'm very selective about the cohorts and accelerators that I join. I'm not the one, if it's a big name, I don't care. They have to be giving me something in return. Like I have to be learning something. One of the things that I learned in one of my cohorts was customer discovery. So customer discovery is a part of my business and I do it quarterly. And one of the things I've learned is interesting because I had members on the platform. Some were bartering, some were not bartering. But it wasn't until I did the customer discovery that I found out why they actually was not bartering. And it's because you may be able to help me with what I need, but you may not want what I have. So it's like, why would I barter? Because that creates a situation where you feel like you didn't get the value, but you didn't even want it in the first place. So that's why we integrated trade credits called Barter Bucks into our platform. It operates similar to a freelancer platform where you list your products and services and you sell those products and services in exchange for Barter Bucks. And then when you earn those Barter Bucks, you're able to spend them with anyone in this room who is on the platform. So there's no direct exchange on our platform at all.
I want to pause. Any questions that y'all have so far? No?
Yes.
You said what is it?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Like what is it?
So the Barter Bucks are our trade credits that we use on the platform. It operates as the currency on the platform. So one Barter Buck is equivalent to $1. So if you charge $500 for a service off the platform, you're going to charge 500 Barter Bucks on the platform. So that's how we operate. So if you list your services on the platform for 500 Barter Bucks, I come to purchase it from you. After you complete that service, the Barter Bucks are credited to your wallet. And then you can spend those Barter Bucks with anyone, whether it's for branding, legal, marketing, bookkeeping, all of those things. Does that make sense? I know it's a different way of bartering, but it's definitely has worked. We have exchanged over 24,000 on Barter Black so far. So the Barter Bucks definitely helps create that ecosystem where each person is actually helping someone out on the platform.
As a Black woman in tech, what's been your biggest challenge? And I know there's been many, but if you do like a primary one.
Being a Black woman in tech?
Yes.
That's the answer. I think that's the answer. And I think it's interesting to be a Black woman in tech, but I'm not just in tech. I started a bartering platform.
Okay.
So it's like, it takes a while for people to not only just understand, but believe. And I've been in cohorts where they have helped me out, but they have told me the real, like no one's gonna believe in this until this amount of people join. Because they don't believe that we can work together. And that's just not true. And I'm proving that every day. So there's a lot of things that come along with being a Black woman in tech, number one. But I am a non-technical founder. So that's another layer to it because I do depend on my development team highly. But I have to make sure that I stay on top of that to make sure that things go the way they're supposed to go.
Is there like a quality control process or vetting process that the businesses on the platform go through?
So the best part of the vetting process is that Barter Black is a membership. So first, if you're joining the platform, you're investing in it because you are a member of it and you're paying a monthly subscription. The second thing is that you do, so Barter Black, and just so you know, Barter Black is not the only bartering platform like mine. Just none of them cater to Black entrepreneurs. So the other thing is that because we are a barter and exchange, bartering is a taxable expense and income. So we do have to have a W-9 for you to sign up for the platform. That's another thing. The other thing I would mention is that we act as a freelancer platform. So if you ever use a freelancer platform, if someone purchases your services or if you purchase someone else's services, they don't get paid until you accept that order. So barter bucks that you spend on someone or spend for a service or a product go into the Barter Black account and they're held until the order is complete and you accept the order. So those are the things that we kind of make sure that we do when we consider vetting and things like that.
I'm curious to know how does the shipping work? Like, are y'all doing it just locally as far as barter, or are y'all shipping to?
So if you do not know, on the Barter Black platform, it's for service-based business and product-based businesses. If you are a product-based business, shipping is not included in the barter. So they'll pay for the product, but you'll have to invoice a separate thing for the shipping. It asks for an address if it's a product, and then that person can ship the product. We've received a lot of product orders on the platform. So one thing I'm realizing too is that even though Barter Black was built for Black entrepreneurs, people are purchasing things that aren't necessarily for business as well. So if it's for home, so if you think about products, there's a jewelry business on the platform. She's received several orders for her jewelry. There's therapy on the platform. There's all types of things that you can do for yourself. Doesn't necessarily have to be for your business. So I'm excited that it's moving in that direction.
I love that, especially as I get these more speaking engagements. I need outfits and stuff.
There's speakers on the platform too.
I love that. So I was actually going to ask you, what are the, I guess, top services and or products there? And then what do you believe is missing that people need?
The missing part is hard. So the top is branding and marketing. Number one, like we get that all the time. So our branding and marketing specialists are busy. The other thing I would say would be probably bookkeeping. I use the platform as well. So do not think that I built this platform and I do not use it because this is in tech and it's expensive. So bookkeeping, and then I would say legal. So we have attorneys on the platform. So which I have used, and I have actually filed several trademarks using this attorney through bartering. So we know filing trademarks is expensive, right? Well, the attorney fees are expensive. So I've used that. What's missing? I would say everything. Like we're so talented and we have so much expertise that everything is needed. So that one's a hard one.
All right, that's fair. So that is all the questions that I actually had. I love that y'all participated and engaged. Thank you so much. Is there any other initial questions? All right, so my question is, are y'all downloading the app? Like today? Like right now? Oh, you say you got it.
I got it.
Y'all got it. Okay, just making sure. We're gonna look after this. Okay? Yeah. Did you have any? Oh. Is there any last questions that, not questions, but comments that you want to talk about?
Well, first, I can't say enough thank you for being here, but I want to make sure that you know that there is a community for you to work together with other Black entrepreneurs. You do not have to build a business alone. It is lonely to build a business alone. It's stressful, it's all the things. When you join Barter Black, you are joining a team of many experts. And we do have reviews on the platform as well, so if you want to look up people who have already bartered and look at their reviews, you can definitely do that. But we are a community. I built the platform, but it's the community that's actually building up the platform. And I tell people all the time, when I'm with members, they're mentioning each other's names and rooms that they're not in because they're actually building these genuine relationships. It goes past the bartering, but the bartering is very helpful when you're getting the expert help and you're saving the cost that you need to actually hire someone. So try to get away from learning all the things and you stretch yourself to actually hire the experts.
I love that, and again, I'm gonna say it to the Atlanta people. The same amount of money you paying at brunch, the coffee every day, is the same thing you're gonna pay on the membership that you're now building and scaling and growing and leaving your legacy, okay? Yeah.
I said, are you on social media? Where do people find you on social media?
Yes, I am on social media. Our platform is our social media is Barter Black on all social media, but our name is Barter Black. I hear people say Barter Black all the time. Our name is Barter Black, but we're Barter Black on all social media. And our website actually, where you can get more information and see the marketplace of what people are actually offering is barterblack.io.
Thank you again for coming and allow me to host. I'm so happy. So before we get back to the initial networking, I would love to have 3 brave souls come and give your elevator pitch. Tell us what you actually do, what you can offer. Don't let me be a teacher and pick somebody.